places, they may be alone, they may be poverty-stricken, they may be in the midst of riches, but you can always be sure the angel of God is present wherever his children are.
Patiently waiting, oh, I think I'm fading. Is anybody out there a doctor? Somebody save me, oh, I'm going crazy when every little thing is about her. Does she love me or does she love me not? Every day's he pulled apart. she love me or does she love me not? I sold my soul for the power. Here we go one more time. For the people on the back. One more cry for the night. So let's try to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. Here we go one more time. For the people on the back. One more cry for the night. So let's try to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. I'm slowly breaking and oh my body's shaking. Can someone drive a hearse out of the line? Somebody save me, you know I'm pleading, baby. But you're out of my league, I'm a mascot. Does she love me or does she love me not? Every day she pulled apart. Does she love me or does she love me not? I sold my soul for the power. Here we go one more time. For the people on the back. One more cry for the night. So let's try to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. Here we go one more time. For the people on the back. One more cry for the night. So let's try to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line.
Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League. And after that Titan League 2v2 show match, we have quite the match coming your way in the play-ins. Hi, my name is Gallium. I'm joined here by the greatest color caster of all time, Sage. How you doing, Sage?
I'm doing fantastic, but you did not have to give me that much praise.
That's all right, Sage, anytime. So what can you tell us about these two teams here, Sage?
Man, both teams, they actually just played this past Wednesday, and it ended with an Aurora 3-2 win after Genesis almost actually reverse swept them. But from what I know, Monkey Bacon sat out of that first match, which could have been the deciding factor. I told him not to do it, but he still did it anyway. But they just played. Both teams are pretty evenly matched. It should be a good matchup tonight.
Yeah, it is going to be a great matchup. And another little tidbit for you. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Rooney got drafted to Genesis and now he is on Aurora. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I know Rockerman's a little upset by that fact. It's okay, Rockerman. Everything's going to be okay. But honestly, as you mentioned, it is going to be a very good matchup. I mean, they're close in seeding. Basically, I think this game could go either way, Sage. Who do you got taking this series? And let's get a little more specific here, Sage. Who do you think is taking this game number 1?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're starting off with this game 1, I am going to go with Genesis and Monkey Bacon leading the way. For the overarching series, I think Aurora will be able to grab the dub 3-2 once again. I just think Genesis has a little bit too much going on. Aurora, they've been, cramming in those scrims, getting that chemistry together, and I think they're going to look like the better team tonight.
Yeah, I have seen Aurora in the Novice chat just really going off, and I think they're really prepared for this play-in match with Rooney leading the way, my former teammate, the mechanical beast himself. So we'll see how this match lays itself out in front of us, and I have a little bit of some stats for you guys, for you viewers at home, if you like some stats. We have the leader of shots as actually in this lobby, and he's somebody that you quite like, Sage. It's Monkey Bacon, and guess who's second on that list, Sage?
I'm not happy with this. I know it's
it
me.
Is you. It is you,
Okay.
Sage. So
Unfortunate.
actually, he is the only member in this lobby to have a top 5 stat, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's the only person in this lobby to have top 5 stats. So he definitely is a leader on the pitch. We'll see if he can be a leader in this play-in game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Nemesis Gaming League. Get hype, grab some popcorn, tell your mom you love her. Let's get it rolling here, Sage.
Oh,
As the kickoff going down, Rooney, Monkey Bacon gonna collide there. Mr. Marino gonna take this ball, give it over to Cognition, gives it over to Drizzard. Monkey Bacon up the wall, gonna put it down to the ground. Rooney misses his touch, and the ball is up for Remix. Remix can't get to it. Cognition gonna put it off the back wall. Mr. Marino can't find the touch, but Monkey Bacon can. Here comes Monkey Bacon. Rooney and Monkey Bacon, the 2 players to look out for tonight, as we've mentioned. So we'll see how that matchup goes. Oh my goodness, Remix almost got both of them with that little fake there. Cognition, my fellow PlayStation brethren, out here for Genesis. Good to see it. Rooney putting off the sidewall. Monkey Bacon down to Drizzard. The ball is going to be popped up for Rooney. Rooney giving it back to Mr. Marino. The ball is still up in the air. Let's see what Rooney can do with it. Puts it off the back wall. Mr. Marino with a shot. Rooney going to try to find another shot. Can't. Drizzard. Oh, he tries to find the back of the net, but Cognition laying it down, locking it down here. Sage. Oh, another shot coming in. I'm really honestly liking how these two teams are playing. They both look hungry for a win here, Sage.
you know, at first there was a lot of misses coming out from both teams, but I think both teams have settled down. Both teams are looking very explosive on offense, and at this point, I'm just waiting to see who gets the better of the other.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting series. I don't have a prediction for this series because of how. Honestly, it could go either way. I think it really depends on that key matchup that we mentioned earlier between Monkey Bacon and Rooney. But, you know, threes is obviously a team game. So we'll see if the members, if this cast of these two teams can show up here, Sage. But as I digress, we have Mr. Marino sending it off the sidewall. Cognition and a 1v1, can't find it. Drizzard pops the ball up for Mr. Marino. Mr. Marino, the former whelp, gives it over to Drizzard. Drizzard over to Monkey Bacon. Remix gonna give it up to Rooney. Let's see what he can do with it. Can't do much. Is Monkey Bacon gonna clear this one out? Mr. Marino over to Monkey Bacon. The ball off the back wall. Drizzard gonna clear this one out of the zone and out of harm's way. Exactly what Aurora wants at this moment. Monkey Bacon off the sidewall. Mr. Marino's gonna get a touch. Mr. Marino can't find that finisher. That would have really been a good goal to have. Having the first goal means a lot. And on the other way, we have Monkey Bacon coming through. The shot from Remix not going to go. And Cognition with a shot finally nails it through. And it is a 1-0 lead for this Genesis team.
That is literally what Cognition does. He is Genesis's cleanup man, and he does a perfect job over there picking up the scraps for this first goal of the series.
It is all Genesis here at the beginning of this game. You know, we've seen a lot of pressure from Genesis. They're actually leading the shot total, and you are seeing why now. Monkey Bacon gonna make it a 2-0 lead.
Monkey Bacon there, do not give this man space, too much space, and he's just going to do this to you. He just takes it off the wall, carries it past your entire team. This is what he does.
He is too good. He is the goated player for this Genesis roster, but another player that I'm really liking right now is Cognition. I'm liking how he's trying to fit into the scheme that Genesis is really trying to create, and honestly, these two teams look really good for play-in teams. I'm actually kind of surprised. So, you know, if they do win this game, either team, we'll see how they stack up against the second seed in the Novice playoff. Can you remind me who that is again, Sage?
That would be the Kiwis.
The Kiwis, yes. I knew it was between the Kiwis and the Wisps, but I didn't know how that turned out. Interesting stuff over there. But as I digress, Cognition giving it over to Monkey Bacon. Can't find the touch. The ball is still floating there. Drizzard can't find the touch either. It's Remix, another notable player for this Genesis team. Nobody can find the touch. Let's see what Rooney can do with it. Gives it down to Remix. Remix over to the side. Mr. Marino gonna get the boost. Boost over ball always. Cognition gonna try to find the touch. Can't find it. Mr. Marino over to the sidewall, excuse me. Cognition trying to find the wall touch. Cannot find it. But Remix up with the air dribble. He can't find anything, but Cognition with another shot. And this Genesis team is raining down shots here, Sage.
I mean, I've seen that this Aurora captain, Mr. Marino, asked for a server reset. I wonder if it's affecting this Aurora roster because, honestly, they're missing a lot of balls or they're really slow to a couple balls that they're usually there for. I have played against both of these teams recently, both revamped rosters, and honestly, Genesis looks very different here. They look like the team to beat right now.
Honestly, some of their mechs that they're displaying kind of reminds me of a little bit of some prospect players. As they're looking very good mechanically. And speaking of mechanics, Rooney on the other end of the pitch for Aurora really needs to step up here. And I think his teammates need to give him a little bit of a boost, whether that be passes in the midfield, just finding him in open areas to really make it work. Because Rooney is a dangerous player. Mr. Marino off the back wall, can't find another player for the touch. 13 seconds left. Let's see what Aurora can do to try to narrow this lead and have a chance. The ball's in the opposite end. The ball going off the backboard. Mr. Marino has a shot, gives it to the backboard. 2 players miss, and it is going to be a Genesis win in game number 1 here, Sage. Are you surprised at all?
You know what? No. I just scrimmed this Genesis roster yesterday. I know they had a couple complications before that scrim, but they definitely look like the better team, and they're showing why they are the better team right now.
Obviously, they're looking like the better team. The shot totals definitely said that story, as 9 shots going out for Genesis to Aurora's 6 shots. So honestly, a very good game when it came down to the shot totals. I think we're going to get a server reset here, I believe, as the whole Aurora team has left the lobby. So, very interesting stuff. This will give us some more time to talk about these two teams and maybe the key players that we're really looking towards to step up here. And honestly, I think for the Aurora side, I think they need to really dial in that chemistry. I didn't see enough team play going on with them. I saw a bunch of solo plays, and you can't, no offense to Aurora, but you can't find those solo plays against such a strong team defensively like Genesis. I feel like Genesis overall is a much more mechanical team. What are your thoughts on this, Sage? Can Aurora find a way to break through that Genesis defense?
I do have to disagree with you here. I do think Aurora is slightly the better mechanical team just because of Rooney. Rooney's insane. I need to see a little bit more out of Rooney and Drizzard next. Drizzard, I used to play on a team with him. He was a fantastic captain, a fantastic leader. He needs to draw his teammates in right now and lock in. We need to win this game. We want to play Kiwis next.
Yeah, honestly, it's looking like it. As honestly, I think Genesis has a very good shot at just sweeping Aurora here. But I'm not putting anything into. This could end up being a caster curse. Who knows? As Genesis has been looking like the better team in this game 1. But, the story can change. We'll see if the switch is flipped here for this series. As I digress, we have Rooney giving it over to Cognition, gives it to the wrong team. A little unfortunate there. Drizzard up to Mr. Marino. Mr. Marino trying to find a little bit of space. He does. A great pass from Mr. Marino, the veteran. Going to give it down to Rooney. Rooney giving it to the side. Remix is going to try to find a pass. He ends up doing so, but without Mr. Marino, is going to be a challenge. Mr. Marino almost gets the second touch. Can't quite find it, and that is a one heck of a missed opportunity. But wait, going the other way is Remix. He gets bumped out of the net. Rooney is going to put the ball off the backboard. Drizzard going to hit it away. Rooney down the field. He beat a man. He can't find another touch. Drizzard again. This is a sea of misses, and I hate to say it, Sage, we're seeing a bit of a novice moment coming out here.
You're saying a bit of a novice moment. This whole beginning of this game has been a novice moment for me. Just miss after miss after miss. It should at the very minimum be 1-1, 2-0. There should be 2 goals right now. There's been miss after miss, and I think that's what Aurora needs to fix right now. They're missing way too much. They could have very easily had 2 goals there, but they're coming away with nothing. They need to sharpen up on the offensive side of the ball.
I wholeheartedly agree with that, Sage. Honestly, offense, people say defense wins championships. I disagree. If you have the better offense, you score more goals. That's just how it goes. Look it up. It's facts. It's just how Rocket League is played. Rooney gonna give it to the back wall. Monkey Bacon gonna try to find a touch. He does. Mr. Marino has something to say about it, though. He's gonna deny it. Oh, Monkey Bacon with the bump attempt. Rooney is not fooled. Mr. Marino down the field. Can he get something going? Accidentally backflips. I didn't see a thing. Cognition gonna give it back to the midfield. Ew, he can't find the touch there. Mr. Marino up with Remix. Remix trying to find a double. And honestly, if he got that double as a Novice League player, I would be very impressed. Very impressive play almost came out from him. The ball just floating in the midfield. Rooney over to Monkey Bacon, who's trying to find a touch into the Aurora end, and he finds one. A very dangerous touch at that, and oh, he can't find the double. And I'm seeing a lot of touches going off the backboard and missed doubles here. What do you think has to change here for either of these teams to capitalize here midway through this match here, Sage?
I think they're trying to play a little bit too fast. I understand Novice has gone up in MMR over the seasons. These players are more than capable of reading the backboard now. I just think they're trying to play a little bit too fast. They're trying to beat the other team. They just need to calm down, take their time. The chances will come eventually.
Honestly, I'm really impressed by these two teams. Usually in a stream match, especially a playoff match, you see both teams playing really shy, obviously because of the stream nerves, but both these teams coming out swinging. Rooney has an open net. Can he capitalize? No, he doesn't. And Drizzard misses as well. A very unfortunate series of events. And is this just going to keep happening to this Aurora team, Sage?
I think there's 2 outcomes here. They get tilted from all these misses, and they continue to miss. All right, or they reel it in and they start hitting these shots because they should be up 3-0 right now. And unfortunately, I was gonna say it's gonna look like they're gonna go down 1-0 here, but they should honestly be up 3 or 4 goals right now.
I agree. They're getting so many great chances, and I think these chances are coming off of Genesis just overcommitting. And as I say this, the overcommit might have worked in their favor here as Cognition makes it a 1-0 lead.
Miss after miss after miss for Aurora, man. I don't know how they're going to reel it in. They need to be strong mentally here and be able to rebound this game because they should honestly be up by multiple scores, and they're somehow down 1-0 right now. It has to be devastating for them right now.
A very interesting shot to go in for Cognition, but whether it went in or not, doesn't matter. It is still a 1-0 goal, or not 1-0 lead, rather, as Rooney has another opportunity.
Oh.
Misses another open net, and I won't talk about a thing. Not opening my mouth again. Besides casting this match, what a play from Monkey Bacon, and was that Remix up there? A beautiful goal to make it 2-0.
I don't know what to say. That's a fantastic goal by Remix and Monkey Bacon. That's a great 2-man play. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, the amount of misses that this Aurora team has had so far, they need to figure out how to tighten up, or else they're gonna have to fall down to playing in the 9-seed game.
I think Aurora has to be kind of like a fisherman here, reel it in a little bit. I feel like the nerves are kind of getting to them. But, it happens. It is a stream game, a playoff game, nonetheless. As I digress, 20 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if Aurora can get a late goal here to maybe spark some hope. Drizzard, a 1-on-1. Can he double? Oh, he almost doubled there. I would have lost my mind. Monkey Bacon down to the other field. 7 seconds left. Off the backboard. Can he double? No, he tries to find a pass. 3 seconds left. I don't think Aurora's going to do it. And Genesis with a Game 2 victory here, Sage. What did you like about Genesis' play here, Sage?
They capitalize off of Aurora's mistakes, and that's honestly all you have to do. All right, all you have to do is play off of their mistakes, and you win a Novice. There's going to be so many mistakes. There were so many mistakes that game from both teams. Genesis just so happened to make either the least amount of mistakes or the least detrimental mistakes. But I'm not convinced with that win from Genesis. A dub is a dub at the end of the day, but that game deserved to be Aurora's. Of course, it does not matter. Genesis is up 2-0 in this series, but man, you gotta feel bad for Aurora here.
Yeah, honestly, very unfortunate. These missed chances are gonna probably nip them in the butt if they don't reel it in soon. They have to reverse sweep or go home. And as Rooney's former teammate, Rooney is definitely capable of reverse sweeping. You heard it here first, folks. Let's see if this comes to fruition as Game 3 underway in the Nemesis Gaming League play-ins. Grab the popcorn, getting this one underway. Monkey Bacon off the side wall, can't get anything going. Over to Mr. Marino off the back wall, tries to get a double, can't find it. Rooney again, Drizzard, their third, gonna put it top left. Can it go in? Yes, it finally does. Drizzard gonna give them the spark that they so desperately need.
That's what I'm expecting to see out of Drizzard in this Aurora team. Drizzard, a fantastic third man, just a picker-upper for this Aurora team, and he did just that right there.
You know, I liked what I saw from Aurora there. I know they sent their third man, but it ended up working for them. A very good offensive play coming out from Aurora, and honestly, getting a goal here kind of relieves some pressure, doesn't it, Sage?
Absolutely. The pressure is still on. You're down 2-0 in a winner-go-home matchup, so to say. You still have another game, but the pressure is most definitely on. You do not want to fall to the technically upper side of the bracket here if they win the next game. The nerves are still on, but I think that definitely relieves some of the pressure.
Yes, it did. And what I'm noticing here, I'm sorry to interrupt your point. I'm seeing a lot of demos going out here, or attempted demos. I'm seeing a lot of bumps, maybe trying to clear the back lines. And you know me, I love my bumps, Sage. I love my demos. And I'm here for it. And, you know, we'll see if this is an interesting slash important factor going into this this later series, or this game rather. As I digress, we have Rooney off the sidewall, giving it to the back wall. Let's see what Monkey Bacon can do. He can do a little bit of aerialing, but he does not have a whole lot of boost. A little unfortunate there. Rooney down to the back wall. Can't find anything because Cognition is there. The hero, the savior Cognition is gonna be there. Monkey Bacon down the field to Drizzard. Drizzard gonna try to find a bump. Never mind. He finds the ball instead. Probably a good priority. Mr. Marino down the field. Gonna give it to Drizzard. Drizzard down the field as well. Monkey Bacon to Remix. Remix can't find the dunk. Rooney gonna try to find a touch here. He cannot. Drizzard, what a good save. He has some room here. Never mind. Rooney has some room here as Remix gonna take this ball away from Rooney. Remix has some space, but not for long. Drizzard gonna get right back to him. Cognition and Drizzard gonna almost collide there. As Monkey Bacon gonna get it down to the back wall here. Tries to go for a demo off the back wall. Cognition down with a shot. What a save by Drizzard. And this Drizzard fella, he's been everywhere this game 3 here, Sage.
That's my former captain there, man. He's a fantastic Rocket League player and an even better person. But he really holds this team together. He's like the glue of this team. Because Rooney's that aggressive, mechanical first man. Marino, he kind of plays wherever you want to put him. And then he just does everything. Drizzard just does absolutely everything. He's a key piece of this team. A late addition to this team, or else I think this team would be a playoff team.
Yeah, honestly, playoff team, play-in team, it's looking all the same here. As I am very impressed with both the teams' play here. They're looking like some of the better teams in Novice. And honestly, I'm really excited to see how they progress moving forward. Win or lose for either of these teams, I can expect a pretty good run coming from both of them. But with that said, we have Rooney and Monkey Bacon going to collide. Remix has a chance. Tries to get it past Mr. Marino, but he is a brick wall. Can't get it past. Monkey Bacon, though, on the counter. Going to give it to the back wall. Cognition with a shot. Can't find it, but Rooney has some space. Uh-oh. You can't give this man some space. He doesn't know what to do with it, though, because he doesn't have a whole lot of boost. Remix. Gonna give it off the sidewall. Give it to Monkey Bacon. Monkey Bacon off the back wall. Mr. Marino is gonna find a touch. Mr. Marino has another touch. Drizzard getting bumped away. Here are these demos that I was talking about earlier. Monkey Bacon in an awkward spot. Remix is gonna get it away for him. Rooney right below Cognition. Drizzard gonna give it to the sidewall. Drizzard again tries to find a touch. He's finding these little touches. Can't really do a whole lot with it, though, with the limited boost that he has. A 2v2 here as Drizzard, again, clearing this one out, just really holding it down in the back line. A very, very good attribute for a Rocket League player is being able to really make yourself into a brick wall. And honestly, that's what I'm seeing from Mr. Marino and Drizzard here, Sage.
Absolutely. And oh my. I've heard legends of the Mr. Marino mechanics. I was hoping to see a little bit there. But yes, Drizzard, he's definitely he's not the captain for this team, but he definitely plays that role. I watched their stream game, or it wasn't a stream game. I was watching his stream last Wednesday in the same exact matchup. And he seemed like the leader of the team. He seemed like the guy who would give the team pep talks, talk him up, leader of comms, all of that. He's a fantastic player.
Yes, he is, and as these final 8 seconds elapse, we'll see if Genesis can get a late goal here. Monkey Bacon off the sidewall. Cognition and Marino collide. 1 second left. Remix up the wall on the ceiling. The ball is going to fall. Not until Monkey Bacon can reach it. The ball trying to go down. It finally does, and for all of you Aurora fans out there, this is a much-needed win for a team that was looking like they were struggling.
Honestly, a win for Aurora. Fantastic defense coming out from Aurora. Genesis, they just need to be more clinical with their shots, and I think they could have pulled that game out. But nonetheless, Aurora pulls out a much-needed win to make the series 2-1.
Honestly, I think this just makes the series more entertaining, and as Rockerman very much loves more content, as we're going to see at least a Game 4, and honestly, for all of y'all's sake and my sake included, I know, Sage, you want to see some good action as well. A Game 5 would be pretty ideal here. Honestly, between these two teams, they're looking both very good and very primed and ready for this play-in tournament. Does that surprise you here, Sage?
No, like I said, I've played either with or against both of these teams, players on these teams. Both teams have fantastic players, leaders at both ends, and I think both of these teams are ready for whatever comes at them.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. No matter how this shakes out, it's going to be a good one here, folks, as game number 4 going to your TV, your phone, wherever you watch Nemesis. Here it comes. Rooney going to give it over to Cognition. Cognition going to try to find a second touch. Can't get there. Monkey Bacon off the back wall. Can a Genesis player find it? No, it's Mr. Marino who always finds the ball on the defensive side. Monkey Bacon trying to pop it over Rooney. No can do. Remix off the backboard. Going to give it to Drizzard. Drizzard off the sidewall. Over to Monkey Bacon. The ball is just kind of floating here. Can a Genesis player find it? Yes, they can. Cognition with a shot. Bottom right, and talk about placement.
This is exactly what Genesis does. This is why they are such a good team. It's just one player after another constantly. A nice bump there, or attempt at a bump there from Monkey Bacon to disrupt the defender, and a nicely placed shot there from Cognition to make it 1-0.
A 1-0 game here, and this is going to be a good one right down to the finish, as we have both teams very mechanical. We'll see how this one plays out. Cognition gonna get a touch, tries to find a pass, no can do for now. Mr. Marino tries to find a shot, gets a calculated fake, almost gets 2, but it's off the backboard, a very dangerous ball, but Drizzard hits it away. Aurora a little bit on the back foot here, it looks like, but hopefully not for long, as Mr. Marino's in there to defend. Remix is up. Oh, he can't find that second touch, but Cognition with a shot. Can't find the back of the net. Bumps out Drizzard. Mr. Marino trying to find a clearance, but he is low on boost. Same with this Aurora team, it seems. No player has more than 50 boost right now. Cognition over to Mr. Marino. Mr. Marino finding a touch. Can he find a second? No, he can't. Not before Monkey Bacon can. Monkey Bacon makes a mistake. Rooney, you're going to capitalize off said mistake. And honestly, this Aurora team on the back foot here. Is there anything that they can do to change their outcome here, Sage?
They need to stop giving this Genesis team too much time. All 3 players on this Genesis team can produce something out of nothing. Give them any type of time and they will punish you, especially Monkey Bacon and Remix.
Especially Monkey Bacon and Remix. They are looking absolutely incredible, but you can't forget about Cognition, who is at the top of the leaderboard right now, and a very dominant player. Shot coming out. Drizzard again with a very crucial save, saving the hopes and dreams of this Aurora team right now. Monkey Bacon with a shot. Oh my goodness, if that slipped in, I would have lost my mind. Another pinch coming out. Cognition gonna get his second of game 4.
There it is, a well-deserved goal, a hardly worked-for goal out of Genesis there. A bit lucky there, but they had so much pressure, and that's what they deserved.
They did deserve it indeed, as they have 8 shots to Aurora's 0 shots here, Sage. And we are entering halfway point territory, and if something doesn't change here, I think Genesis is going to run away with it here, Sage.
100%, I agree with that. This Genesis team is just way too good for you to be allowing them to do this type of stuff to you. I mean, this type of offensive pressure, I played with Monkey Bacon before. He was on the Wisps, and his philosophy is just getting pressure, keep pressure, maintain pressure, and that's exactly what he's doing here, and that's why he's up 2-0 on match point.
2-0 is also the most dangerous lead to have, as it is very susceptible to comebacks. I know if I had a 2-0 lead, I'd probably choke it away because I'm trash. But, you know, we'll see about these Novice League players. Let's see what they can bring to the table. Rooney down to Mr. Marino, misses his touch. Monkey Bacon off the sidewall, trying to find something. He can't. Drizzard and Monkey Bacon collide, giving it over to Cognition, who finds Mr. Marino. Wrong team. Gonna give it a pass. Rooney is there. And here comes Aurora, folks.
Do they have life, Gallium? Do
Yes.
they have life?
Yes,
what
they
a play
do.
there from Marino to pinch it off the back wall. A nice bounce for Rooney, and it's 2-1.
2-1 here. Aurora only having 1 shot to their name, and that 1 shot gonna be a goal here. We'll see if their second shot can be another one, a much needed goal for them. As I digress, we have Dizzard off the top of the ceiling over to Mr. Marino. Never mind, that's Drizzard. Drizzard over to Cognition. Cognition over to the sidewall. Rooney gonna find a pass to the other team. Marino is back alone by himself, and you know the man can cook on defense. Beautiful defense from Mr. Marino. Drizzard over to the sidewall. He's trying to find something. He has no boost. Cognition doesn't know, though. He gets a good 50 out. Monkey Bacon over to Mr. Marino. The ball is floating in the Aurora zone. The ball is still there as a demo comes out from Rooney. Here comes Remix. A good shot, but Rooney gonna clear it away, and here comes a chance for Aurora. Aurora needs to fight now for a goal here. They only have 2 shots. They need to get more pressure on the net here, Sage.
Absolutely, they need to get more pressure on the net. They need to get quality shots, and I have yet to see them maintain any type of offensive pressure in this Genesis zone, and I think that that's more great defense from this Genesis team, not allowing them to stay on the offense for too long.
I agree, and we have 20 more seconds to see if Aurora can do it. Can they force a game 5 here? Mr. Marino off the sidewall, gonna give it to Cognition. Cognition down the field. Rooney off the ceiling. Rooney can't find a touch. Monkey Bacon down the field. It is the dagger for Genesis, a 3-1 lead with 5 seconds left.
Monkey Bacon! Oh my goodness, I expected nothing less from my good friend, and he's here to put the match away. 3-1 in game, 3-1 series score. What a series from that man right there.
A beautiful series, and as the clock winds down, everybody clap your hands for this Genesis team who pulled off a very good win here in the first play-in match for this Novice League, and they are going to go on and face the Kiwis, and honestly, Sage, I think they have a chance.
100%. If there's any team that I think can dethrone this Kiwis roster, I think it's Genesis. That buildup of Cog, Monkey Bacon, Remix, Bolton, whoever Monkey Bacon decides to throw into the match is going to be a good selection no matter what. I know how much Monkey Bacon wanted this win. I know how much he wanted to be on the opposite side of the bracket as the Wisps, and he got his wish. He played fantastic.
Yes, he did, and honestly, this whole Genesis roster played out of their minds here, and they all look very mechanical, and honestly, a little bit of a sleeper team here. I don't know about you guys. I think honestly, I'm just going to say it here for the stream. I think they are going to make a deep playoff run. You can count on it. Put all of your channel points on Genesis from now on. I promise I'm not paid to say this by Rockerman. They just looked absolutely incredible out there, just laying it all down on the line to secure this play-in win here, Sage.
I'm going to do you one better on that. I will say that they're going to make it to the grand finals. Monkey Bacon promised me. Monkey Bacon promised me that he'd make a deep playoff run. Not only that he would meet me in the finals. Both teams have work to do, and I think that they'll be able to get the job done.
Well, it is called Nemesis after all, where the grind continues. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for popping out to this Aurora versus Genesis matchup. But wait, hold your horses. We have another matchup coming your way right after this. I want to thank you, Sage, again for being in the booth with me. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. It's always hilarious being in the booth with you, Gal.
You know, we try to have fun here. I think everybody will appreciate it, as I appreciate all of you for coming out. I will be back later tonight for the 9:15 game, I believe. So, you know, hold on to your horses as we have more matchups coming your way. You don't want to miss it.
She found a way into my heart. Oh, she don't make up, no, she make art. And I need a way to treat it, 'cause I keep getting high off of her. Off of her. I know that you'd be bad from the minute I saw you. But somehow I keep running back to you. Feeling lonely, hey. And hearing music that can make me smile. But the way I feel with her cannot be explained. But one thing still remains on